Yeah, but, and I hear Jimmy, Bob, but I also keep thinking about the price of sports rights, which obviously you guys know better than anybody, just keep going up. I mean, the UFC just went to Paramount for twice what you guys were paying. You're competing against Amazon, you're competing against Apple, you're competing against Alphabet and Netflix. I guess I just wonder, do you see yourself being able to do that over the long term?
ESPN's in a very unique position, as you know. No one has as many rights as ESPN does. No one has as much engagement from sports fans as ESPN does. I think I look at it the other way. They're competing with us. We're the envy. They envy us and the position that we're in, and we have, I think, an enviable position when it comes to television sports. There's always been competition for sports, particularly the most valuable. These led by the NFL and obviously the NBA. I've lived that for decades, actually, in my career, and that's only going to continue. And I think it reflects the value that sports delivers to television viewers and to advertisers as well. It's a fact of life. But I think if I were the rest of the industry, I'd envy the position that ESPN is in. And obviously, with the steps that we're taking, whether it's this step in terms of going in the digital direction, or whether it's the new rights that we've licensed, or whether it's the deal that we made with the NFL, we intend to hold our position. And actually, I should say, we intend to grow our position when it comes to television sports.
Right. I mean,
you are an enviable. We believe, by the way, that we got the ecosystem. We've got the ability to afford it, to monetize it better than anyone else. Not just on one platform, but on multiple platforms in multiple directions.
You may need to, and that may be why you're in an enviable position. But, that said, you're renting this content. It's not like when you produce a movie and it's forever a Disney movie, Bob. I mean, at some point, you've got potentially irrational actors. I don't know if they are, but if they want to spend at Amazon whatever they want, they can just do it. Is that not a long-term threat? I see Jimmy's shaking his head here. I don't know. I'll go to you. You want to answer that one first?
Well, look, there's not a lot to acquire over the next several years. You mentioned the UFC deal. As you know, we just did a fantastic deal with WWE. Feel great about that.
You must have been shaking your head, though, at that UFC deal, what was paid by Paramount.
It's great for the UFC. They did a fantastic job. By the way, David, we take a ton of pride in what we've done for the UFC in terms of growing that sport over the years. And I also want to be clear, we're going to continue to cover mixed martial arts and the UFC. But my broader point is there's not a lot to acquire over the next 5-7 years. I would also want to make the point that, and I get this question all the time, like, how did you feel when Amazon came in and acquired Thursday Night Football? My response is always, how is that bad for the Walt Disney Company and for ESPN? If Amazon is now promoting the game of football, promoting the NFL, bringing new fans in, maybe younger fans, isn't that better for us? Doesn't that mean that more people are going to be tuning in and watching Monday Night Football, this rising tide? That is really my feeling. Yes, the competition is fierce. It's probably never been fiercer. There's not a lot to acquire over the next 5 to 7 years. And we have the best rights portfolio we've ever had in our 46-year history.
Right.
We feel great about our prospects, especially in this direct-to-consumer world.
Bob, on that note, though, I mean, you and I sat together.
David?
All right, go ahead. Yes?
Well, I was going to say, I started in television sports, I hate to say this, 50 years ago, working at ABC Sports. And I remember when HBO came in mostly into boxing. I remember when Fox didn't have any sports. Fox didn't exist. And ultimately, they started the network and got into the NFL. And I could name countless examples of new entrants into the space over that period of time. And everybody said, oh, boy, the sky is falling. That's the end of your position. And I think Jimmy just made a very, very important point, is look where ESPN is today with all of the competition that has emerged over the years. I actually think they're in the best position they've ever been in. And now with the use of this great technology, they have the ability to engage with sports fans on a higher level in a better way. And so, look, we're not, we don't in any way want to dismiss competition at all, because we're mindful of it. But I think we're positioned extremely well.